Share the Moon, Episode 1, Ina's Dreams. Written by Mark Urso. Narrated by Mark Urso. Preface. I'm a musician and songwriter, and love to write poetry and turn the poems into songs. At one point in my recent life, I went on a poetry writing excursion. It was all inspired by my desire to get people to take notice. I wanted my needles to be found in the haystack of the world. I had written a nonfiction book on the subject of alcoholism rehabilitation because I've had a long experience in this field and wished to share my knowledge. I had also had some tough experiences I wanted to talk about, hoping my words in the book might help someone. But no one bought the book. At least that's what it felt like, and it's probably a normal occurrence in these days of self-publishing. My thoughts led me to what's a more appealing product, something more tantalizing than a nonfiction book on disease, the kind of book people hope they don't have to read, an almost taboo topic, and far from fun. Not a hard question to answer. I'm not a novel reader, but tried my hand at writing one. I learned quickly that writing fiction, while it probably should be fun for the reader, is all about that additional message. It's easy to see how I could continue to try to get people to listen to me. I'll wrap it in a fun, interesting story. At one point, I must have been immersed in frustration. Even though I thought the novel was good, I eventually stopped writing and forgot about it, having written 120 pages, but not confident about it, not being a novel reader. Maybe I was trying to avert another failure at publishing. But my mind didn't give up. In fact, one of my philosophies in A Candle Lit, the book on alcoholism rehabilitation, and a philosophy in the novel, too, is that music and dancing is a great therapy. My mind went there, as this philosophy is very true in my life. I feel as though music has saved my sanity and given me conversation and artistic expression. Maybe it could somehow get my candle noticed. My mind thought, put the novel down and let's play some music. Music would certainly solve the fun problem. I normally play my guitar frequently. During this time, I also would wake up in the night with a poem. The novel having been put down, I entered into a very productive poem writing period. I had and was happy with 11 poems. They were poignant and sent out my message as well. I might have published them as a book of poetry that I might have called 11, but that didn't happen. If I kept coming up with ideas for tantalizing and interesting things to sell on Amazon, I thought the trail of authenticity would lead everyone to A Candle Lit, that all too serious thing that started all of this. I would entertain them into learning who I was and what I cared about. The poems easily became songs, and I learned a new...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?